Okay, morning to you, Jasmine. Morning to you, Fred. Okay, let's just go. Right. Today is the 20th of May, Thursday. How I miss my Thursday now. No more football for me. So yeah, stay on. Right. Today is also a very special day. I'll talk about it very soon. All right. Okay. So, but what happened is last night, wow, it was really incredible. Now, last night was fantastic for some of us. Okay. I was happy. I was happy. Yeah. I was happy. Hold on a minute. Just give me a short moment and let me text Susan for a while. Okay, guys, good morning to you. Sorry, Susan's texting me on the side. All right, getting a lot of messages coming in. Okay, apology. All right, BTC was absolutely incredible. Now, how many of you bought BTC at 30,000? How many of you bought BTC at 30,000? Can you raise your hand? Or you just say, I bought. Right, let me see how many of you bought BTC at 30,000. All right, anybody? Anybody bought that BTC at 30,000? Now, basically, it's all right. When BTC came down, was at 38,500. I tell my friend, I say, look, there should be a spike down to 30,000. And my friend gave me the blank face. He said, how can that be, Cal? It's like already at 38,500, below 40,000. I say, yeah, based on the chart, it really looks like it will go down to 30,000. So I give a side bet my friend and say, okay, look, very simple. If the Bitcoin do drop to 30,000, you buy me something. Okay, buy me a meal. I told him that. So he said that, okay, fine. He was very confident that the Bitcoin will not see 30,000. And I tell you this, just an hour later, right, we saw Bitcoin crashing down to 30,000. In fact, it went to 29,000. So of course, my friend lost it, and he does tell me, he said, Kel, what should I do now? Should I cut my portfolio? I look at his face, I say, no, my friend, you do not cut your portfolio. And as a matter of fact, this is a good price now at 30,000 to buy more. And trust me, because we were using Zoom back then, so when the face was like, huh? Now it's 30,000. You ask me to buy more? Now, this is exactly why we say we always must trade with the boys. We always don't let the boys manipulate what they want us to do. So when they sell, the main objective is that what they want to buy. That is a very important thing that you must take note of that. And of course, what we saw is this. Before we go into the market itself, right now, if you have a Chinese wife, okay, from China, all right, do tell her this. Today is a very special day for them. All right, they don't really celebrate 14th of February. They celebrate this day, 520, May the 20th. Today is a Chinese Valentine's Day, all right? It's a very simple day that you should express your love to your wives and your loved one also, all right? Even though not only be today, every other day, do celebrate them, okay, with them, because anything can happen in life, right? Life is very, very unpredictable. So today is a very special day, 520. If you have Chinese friends, all right, who from China, you also wish them 520. They'll be very happy because they know what it means, all right? 520 it's a slang, it's an internet slang, stands for 我爱你啦, all right? This I love you, all right? It's a very interesting thing, but that you know about this. If you don't know, then celebrate, okay? All right. So the thing is the Bitcoin roller coaster ride. I'll take a look at this one here. So now, when you are long Bitcoin at the start, you feel happy. Then when Bitcoin fell, you get a bit jittery. Then after that, when Bitcoin rally big time, you're like, hey, you know what? I am long Bitcoin. Then after that, when Bitcoin slammed down, you are freaking out. Then after that, when the Bitcoin start to recover, you like cheaply yourself, okay, I got some Bitcoin. And now when the Bitcoin crashes like this yesterday, you need a drink, right? So this is actually the roller coaster ride of all emotion of Bitcoin. And I tell you this, there's more to come, right? It's on recording right now. I'm telling you this, there's more to come. All right, there's more to come in this. There will be more movement like this. I suspect that in June, there will be more movement like this. And after that itself, probably in September, there's one more. So write it down somewhere, June and September. All right, there will be going a lot of this thing happening. I can tell you that. Or is it crypto going down again? Is it? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not going to be bothered by this. To me, it's all right. Come. The lower you go, the more I will buy. All right, that's all I can tell you this. Now, it's not like catching a falling knife. You must understand that certain thing in life itself, you have to be very clear what is the main objective of their selling. It's just like, ask a question. Let's go back time again, back to year 2007. Okay, 2007, whereby the labor crisis happened, right, in 2008, sorry. And then our local banks went down below $10. At the top level itself, right, I'll ask you a question. Do you sell bank shares or you buy your bank shares? And obviously, on hindsight, everybody will say they'll buy. But when you ask people reality at that moment, people say no, they won't buy. And after that, after a few years later, they will just regret and they were like, this and that. Now, I'm very certain to tell you this, when Bitcoin was at 60,000, right, at 60,000, remember, I tell you guys that if Bitcoin is to fall, it may fall all the way down to 30,000. And would you be buying? I asked this question back then, okay? All right, hold on a minute now, Susan. Doesn't know I'm doing MAO. I'm doing MAO now. Okay, all right. So the thing is this, all right. How many of you would have said that, Cal, I swear that if the market is down 60,000 and you go down 30,000, I will definitely 100% buy Bitcoin, right? I think all of us here will agree, right? You will say that. But the question is, when it came down to 30,000 yesterday, did you buy? Now, this is a very, very honest question here. And I want you to reflect and think about this. And that's why some traders kept on making money. Some people just keep on losing money because there's a difference in mindset. The mindset plays a very big part. And the game plan that you have plotted earlier will also construct your eventual wealth status. Just like how you saw this Cynthia this morning. She last night, in fact, she wrote a very good article on how to be a good trader doing scalping. And I tell you this, she really wrote exactly what the mindset, the psychology, the discipline, the emotion inside that article. So guys, go back to this, go to group chat and take a look what she wrote there. I think that is a very, very good article. All right. Thank you, Sister Cynthia. Once again, great job. All right. So to wrap it in, okay, this is what everybody feel when crypto was at 62,000 for Bitcoin, when Dogecoin was at 72 cents. Now think about this. When Dogecoin at 72 cents, people don't sell. And yesterday, Dogecoin came down all the way to 24 cents. Oh my God, they lost almost 65%. I tell you this, I saw one article, someone literally, committed suicide because of that. Oh my God, that is really very bad. I mean, if this is true, I mean, may his soul rest in peace then. Because, the silliest thing that happened is that maybe later on, this market go back up again to all-time high, and then, that's a bit of a waste. But of course, that is where you don't control emotion, you don't know what you're doing, that is where things can get terribly wrong. All right. So all I can say is this is what I shared with you yesterday at 9 a.m. Yesterday, 9 a.m., around this time, 24 hours ago, I show you that the Bitcoin, if it comes down, back then was at 43,000 when we were doing this MAO. I said that Bitcoin may come down all the way to 30,000. If you remember this, please key the word Cal spot on. All right, right now, give me some validation that you guys know that I said this. I said that Bitcoin, if it goes down, you go down to 30,000. All right, I didn't change the slide. This is the exact slide that I show you guys 24 hours ago, and I told you guys if Bitcoin will fall, we could see this. All right, please, if you can, write the word spot on or BTC spot on, give me a strong validation. I can use this part now for my marketing, because I mean, when we are right, we boast a little bit. When we are wrong, we accept our wrongdoing, all right, in terms of our calls. So end of the day, it's all about like this, all right, guys. I hope you guys really, appreciate that. Yeah, Gerald, I know I wanted to buy too. Then the USDT, there's some problem there, couldn't get up. I was so sad. All right, thank you guys who wrote the spot on for me. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you, Christopher, Fred, Sherwin, Eric, Johnny, Jimmy, Brian, Philip, Jasmine, Anthony, Susan. Hey, Susan, indeed, I'm on MAO, and you text me. Okay, Kenneth, Judy, thank you guys. Jerry, thank you. All right, Richard. All right, guys, thank you. Buyer, thank you so much. All right, so it was spot on. So what did actually happen? Take a look. Now, this is what really happened yesterday. It's incredible. The market slammed all the way down, went to the level of 30,000, the level that I mentioned. Then after that, the low, I think, was 29,000. The low was 29,000. And then after that, it rebounded very strongly to 39,000. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. It is really incredible. So yes, indeed, some of my friends, myself, we actually look at 30,000 and we just bought some. Okay, and of course, this morning, 39,000, not too bad. Sold some away, make some profit, happy. So that is called strategy. That is called discipline. All right, you need to have a game plan. All right, so congratulations to all of you. And if you're gonna ask me when's the next level, right? I'll say wait for a while already, because such thing don't come every day. Such thing once in a while, if it happens, it really is for you to benefit out of it. Okay. All right. Congratulations to you on this. So you can see over here itself, the Bitcoin really came down frenetically all the way down to the 29,000 level. But if you look at our KCX indicator, beautifully it rebounded. Now I'll cover this in depth later during our afternoon MAO. Now today afternoon MAO, there's so much thing to cover on MAO today. Wow, I tell you this on the afternoon side. So stay tuned at 2 p.m. There's loads of stuff to cover. All right, loads of stuff to cover. Okay, thank you, Cheng Hui. All right, this King Hua, don't allow people to buy, obviously. Arthur, thank you. Right, to cut loss, yeah, baby, you lost out there. So of course, people will say, Cal, you really got say 30,000, but do you really buy? Things like that. Okay, so I actually want to show you something like this. Okay, so this is my inner circle, and I tell them this. Look, okay, guys, you can look to buy crypto. So basically, it's all right. This is my message to a friend of mine. Okay, I told her, sister, please buy some USDT, because she told me that she want to buy some. So I tell her, look, you don't need to buy everything on one crypto. You just buy a few in this manner. So 31,000 is what I tell her. 2,100 for Ethereum, ADA 120, and Dogecoin at 25 cents. And of course, all of them now is up by 30% on average. So it was done at 9:09 p.m. Okay, so where was 9:09 p.m. is somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. Okay, so that is to just share with you guys that we don't bullshit here, so we really do things that need to do. All right, so everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Right? Simpler is not the right way to do, but make it as simple. That's why for my trading strategy, it's very clear. We see the colors, we see the market, we tell ourselves what's the risk and reward ratio, and then we just go with it. All right, end of the day is this, some traders are very good traders, but they cannot really translate what they want to share with people as a technique. All right, some traders are very good with that. All right, so for me, it's all right. I may not be the best trader, but definitely so I can make things a bit simple for your understanding. And of course, I put it upfront before the market move, right? So congratulations to all of you. All right, I'm receiving text messages now. Can we buy Bitcoin now? I will say, hold on, right? Relax a little bit. Let the market take a breather first, because now the market is a little bit too crazy at the moment. And you must understand what Federal Reserve is going to go to do soon. So this one, listen to me later on, all right? So FYI, do me a little favor, my friends. Okay, let me just update you guys. Now we are going to give out the ADA coin very soon because it's not much cheaper. It's beneficial to you guys. Our cost is still the same. But the thing is this, we send out an email to you. All right, for non-TWB student, you'll be put into a channel to guide you down to basically, to guide you into how to you get access to this MAO in the morning and how to get the TWB system to try it out for free. All right, this is for non-TWB student. TWB student, you already entitled to all this already, so you don't need to, don't need to worry about that. Okay. So if you have invited friends for last Saturday event, right, and they should have received this email from us. Okay, only people who registered for last Saturday. If they now out of nowhere say, hey, I want to join in, cannot. That means you didn't register, right? So you wait for next event. Our next event is on the 19th of June. All right, it's about gold, G-O-L-D, gold. Yes, finally I'm ready to talk gold with you. All right. That's why it's going to be very powerful. And I invited 2 students of ours. They are veteran in gold trading. They are gold bullion. Okay. And I tell you this, I spoke to them on the phone. Oh, I tell you, man, what I know about gold is only this level. What they know about gold fundamental is way, way higher. And one of them is even into a little bit of knowing about this big boys game. Wow, this is fantastic. So 19th of June, Saturday, 11 a.m. All right. Don't have anything scheduled. Please keep that date open because that will be a very, very interesting session. I can guarantee you this. And of course, you guys will get how to trade gold. And I believe that gold in the next 6 months, after a certain movement, gold should be going much higher. And that is where you should be basically making as much money as possible from gold. All right. So remember that the date. Okay. Reserve your date. All right, 19th of June, 11 a.m. It's a Saturday, okay? It's a Saturday, okay? Don't go anywhere. Tell your friends, all your auntie, uncle, all your friends around you who love to trade gold or buy gold, stay tuned on that day, all right? Very powerful. All right, so this is the email that you guys, for your friends, they'll be receiving like this. If they don't receive it, it's all right. If they register, please contact us, okay? How to contact us, go to our Trade with the Boys Facebook Messenger and then say that, hey, what happened over there? We will try to get back to you ASAP. Okay, guys, thank you. Now, before we start this morning, once again, disclaimer as usual. All right, please read all the text here and I'll count to 5 seconds. If you're still staying on, means that you have accepted the above and indemnify me. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you're staying on, means that you have accepted the above and you indemnify me. Thank you. Let's continue. All right, now sorry for the picture. I'll try to get a better one, but this is the best I get for now. Now, why do I tell you guys that Bitcoin will be good to buy? All right, now FYI, every morning, the first part of the morning, very early part, I'll talk about all the buy reason. Right. Then after that, the second part of MAO is a sell reasons. Okay, means sell, buy suggestion and sell suggestions. Okay, so that's now we talk about buy first. Okay, now take a look at this. Is a Bitcoin movement since 2016. Apparently, it's out right. Every time when Bitcoin dropped by 30% to 50% to as much as 70%, usually the market will recover for a short period of time. So the last time we saw a drop of 70%, that was back in 2018, that was very bad. The market did recover about 35%. That's quite a lot, right? Yeah, that's quite a lot. But after that, what happened? The market went sluggish for almost 2 years. So do you think this will happen again? I don't think so, because in 2018, there was no big funds coming in, there's no banks coming in. So that's why the Bitcoin went down all the way for 2 years before recovery. Okay, that is for Bitcoin. You must understand this. Then after that, it's when the big funds coming in. The last time we saw a 30% drop, what you saw here, that was in 2021 January, when Bitcoin dropped by 30%. Everybody panicked. Everybody said that it's time to get out of Bitcoin. I say no, it's time to buy, and Bitcoin went up to 60,000. So of course today we saw a 54% drop from the high to the low, right? So how you think about this? Scary? Yeah, because 60,000 was a high, right? 62,000 will be high, and drop to 30,000 is 50%, right? So now it dropped by 54%, right? Mathematically, is it good time to buy? And definitely, for sure. Now, of course, you say, Kel, can I squeeze it and aim at 70%? You can squeeze whatever you want. End of the day is this, the mathematics shows that it's still an uptrend. And every good pullback is a good buy. I keep on saying this, and I've said this enough time. So guys, do your homework, okay? So if you want to squeeze at 30,000 again, just put a buy limit over there. Who knows, market may just trip and goes down again. So of course you can see, wow, this is how 1 trillion change hand. Now the one market, basically from the 1st of March, the market steadily went up to the high back in mid-May, all right, and that was about 2.5 trillion dollar worth, and just a couple of days, $1 trillion flip over. Wow, $1 trillion flip over. Do you know how much $1 trillion is? 1,000 billion. Oh my God, this is really insane. And in just a couple of days, 1 trillion just changed hands. So to me itself is a left pocket to right pocket, because you must understand one very important thing is Bitcoin, no matter how, it's only 18 million now in the market. Okay, in terms of the numbers of it. So obviously itself, right, if no one want to buy at a higher price, the market must really bring it down. Then all the people, the retailer got freaked out, they cut their losses, whatever. Then this hand will change to the right hand, and the pocket itself has changed over, and that is where they will start again. So I can tell you this, in a matter of a few more days, if Bitcoin do recover, then this thing will be all forgotten, and people are like, oh, damn, I should have bought at 30,000. Always like that, okay? It never changed, okay? All right, and I told you guys about gold yesterday, right? I said Bitcoin came off so much, right? Gold also went up so much. I said that if Federal Reserve is to suggest tapering, the gold will come down, and truth be told, gold really came down. All right, you can see that gold really came down, because I told you guys, if Federal Reserve, the minute shows that there's any form of tapering, then you will see this happening. So what you saw, the Bitcoin recovered dramatically, and gold also come out, but not a lot compared to the movement. But at least this is what is actually happened. So now this Bitcoin and gold do have a little bit of so-called inverse relationship, but it's not always like that, because you can see when gold was coming down, Bitcoin also coming down at the same time or yesterday. So do not do this sort of stupid thing by, oh, Bitcoin up, I go and sell gold. No, don't do that. It'll kill you in the market, okay? Just don't do that. All right, so that is the Bitcoin and gold relationship for the time being right now. And of course, the S&P 500, we saw S&P 500 coming down all the way strongly. But of course, when it hit the 50 DMA, this is the normal simple moving average, all right, which the boys usually use for their so-called charting, it really hit some support and recover. So of course, now the point is this, if the market, after the so big selling, the market still have a lot of buying, right? I told you there'll be a lot of buying coming in. So we will just wait for it. For people who want to buy S&P, as long as the market stays above the 50 DMA, you can consider doing that, okay? So all these are the buy suggestions for this morning. Okay, all right, on the second half of the MAO later on, I'll talk about the VIX indicator, I'll talk about the 10-year yields, I'll talk about the dollar, and I'll talk about the bond chart, and more importantly, I'll tell you about my view about the cryptocurrency market with the dollar index, okay? All right, now FYI, very soon AIMS will be releasing dollar index for viewing. Very soon, yes, dollar index for viewing very soon, all right? This could be another lovely thing, all right? I just heard from them. It's fantastic, because they can use it actually to track the gold market very well, even including Bitcoin. Okay, so that's why I say, guys, a lot of things we are doing all for you, because we really want you guys to benefit, all right? Cool. Okay, so we're now 9:12. Okay, I'm just going to go into the technical aspect first for this morning. Let me just bring it down to you guys. Here we go. Okay, so what we have now, China A50. China A50 is trading lower. I repeat, China A50 trading lower. All right, now the MA30 for today, MA200 is somewhere around here at 17,450, 17,450. So that will be the first technical level that we should see some support. Hopefully the market stays above that. Okay, so there's something to take note of that. Okay, so that is China A50. And today, Hong Kong was closed yesterday, so we will likely see some initial knee-jerk selling. We should see something like that. So the MA30 is about here, 28,515. So we will see that there's a gap between them. There's a gap, so maybe the market may fill up this gap first. All right, let me fill this gap first, and then maybe after that it may rebound. The gap is at 28,232 level. So I'll write it down for you. Okay, 28,232. The MA30 is 28,515. Sorry. Okay, so these are the two numbers to watch out for this morning. Okay. Now, if you ask ask me my view itself, right, I still believe that Hong Kong should be going down further, all right, in my opinion, because Hong Kong is very close to NASDAQ, and NASDAQ is still having a bit of downside wave, so I believe there'll be some selling still. All right, Hong Kong is going to open up very soon, okay? We are just moments away. All right, let's leave the number there. We are about 15, 20 seconds, 50 seconds away. Okay, let's look at the Hong Kong with the chart right now. Okay, for Hong Kong. Okay, now Hong Kong is actually quite interesting because they have a CCRY positioning, but the KSI is red. So I kind of like not very confident on this CCRY, because if turns bad, it may become a form of CCRY, single yellow, and that would be terrible. All right, Hong Kong's gonna open up in a few more seconds. We're gonna wait for a moment. All right, is my Uncle Arun here? All right, Uncle Arun is another great trader. Look at the way he controls his risk. It's marvelous and incredible, really incredible guy. Okay, Hong Kong is going to open in about 5 seconds time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding. Hong Kong opens. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Hong Kong has gapped down to 28,354. It opens between the two pivots, pivot 1 and pivot 2. So what you're going to see is that the KSI is still red in color. If Hong Kong is to trade down below the pivot 2, there should be some selling. All right. If not necessarily, right, if Hong Kong stays above OP, then because the KSI is red, so anything higher to KTR +1 to +3, there will still be some profit taking. All right. At the moment right now, Hong Kong, let's look at the chart I showed you earlier. You can see that Hong Kong really gapped down. It really gapped down, and this level, the gap to be filled is at 28,232 level for Hong Kong. And China A50 is down. China A50 is down at the moment, and it's going to test the MA200. And of course, MA200 has a stronger weightage over MA30. So if market drops below MA200, which is not happening, then of course, very good chance Hong Kong will also be falling. All right, so traders just stand by. Now, if you cover gap, what will happen? Now, normally if you cover gap, there should be some rebound. That's usually the case. But because the KSI today is red in color, right? So the rebound may be a little bit, it might be stifled by this. Okay, so guys, Hong Kong is still trading a bit down. The US market is also trading a bit lower right now. So I'll come back to you shortly on this. Okay, so let's cover a little bit more on the Singapore COVID cases. Now, apparently you can see very clearly we have another 34 new community COVID cases. Now, I'm not trying to send fear down the road, but we have to be very careful. I have friends working in the front line. They're telling me, Cal, whatever you do, keep your children at home. And also for air condition, please be very careful, right? I think that is the very subtle warning already, and I think it's good enough. I really appreciate this person. I appreciate you. All right, thank you for sharing such great stuff with me, okay? So at the moment now in Singapore, we have quite a few people in the hospital. So let's just pray for them and hope that they have speedy recovery. All right. Now, okay, that is Singapore, but stay safe, okay, guys. Now for this, oops, sorry, that's my header didn't change. So sorry, let me just change this header. You know, every morning when I try to run up, do all my stuff, right? Sometimes you just want to make some silly mistake that you don't really want to do it. Okay, so sorry for that. Let me just change the header. BTC plunge and rebound. Okay. All right. So what happened is that BTC yesterday, if you didn't know what this, BTC went down by 30% in one single day. Of course, is it a black swan? Well, logically, yes, lah. For anything that more than 20% in a single day, we normally call it a black swan. But it's just that this black swan has come so fast and recover so fast. So don't really feel that way, but it still is, okay? It was a wow session, okay? Wow is just one singular wow is not enough, okay? At least two. So what happened, okay? Basically, as you can see, the market sold down because there was some saying that because Elon Musk, they say China and stuff like that. I'll tell you more later about this China thingy. Actually, it's not a real truth of it. All right, we know that there was some saying about there some control on the cryptocurrency ban, right? But I'm telling you this is an old article, but somehow one prominent news channel repackaged it, reworded it, and then after that, it's all right, created probably a mayhem of this. Right, so you can see which company is that. Okay, I circle for you, take a look lah. Because this band was mentioned many time ago, not a near recent thing, but it's because of how they word it and the timing is impeccable, and that's whereby things happen. So that is how I see how the boys play this game, really, how they play this game, incredible. Yes, indeed, Colin, they want to boost their yuan digital currency. Indeed, undeniable. I mean, China spends so much money on this. They want to do that. So, of course, a whitewash in the market is quite important, okay? All right. So, sorry, I need to just change this again. Gosh. Yeah, let me just set this, okay? The Fed hints. Okay, just one more to go. Okay, now what happened last night at 2 a.m., right? You saw what happened last night at 2 a.m. We saw the Federal Reserve come out of the minutes, and of course, what they did was pretty clear. They did hint subtly that they may reconsider the easy money policy, right? The thing is this, when they said that, right, initially the market was supposed to go down, right? There was some knee-jerk movement, but after that, the market recovered. So the question is this. It seems to be like, even though they may reconsider this easy money policy, but then because they didn't say they will do it, the market said, okay, never mind, still good, okay? So that is what actually happening. So you can see from the Federal minutes, right, it will be appropriate at some time to consider tapering asset purchase, only at some time. And the market now feel that, okay, this sometime could be next year. So no need to worry about that. So that's why it says that largely unconcerned about the inflationary pressures. So because of that itself, right, okay, even though we know that it's for $120 billion a month, but they've been buying, and this buying has already become almost $7.9 trillion already. Wow, incredible. So in short itself, right, there is indication of the possible reduction or tapering, but then it won't be too soon. So the market didn't really buy into this and say, okay, never mind, we expected that anyway. So the market just keep on staying by. So that is what happened yesterday. And of course, when we saw on CNBC, basically itself, right, they say that since there's nothing new, so because of nothing new, so it's bullish. So the analysts are all very bullish yesterday. All right, they were so bullish, they said that, hey, you know what, no need to worry lah. Things are okay. So this is what exactly happened yesterday, all right? So now the VIX indicator, about Jim Cramer interestingly came out recently and talked about this thing called the VIX indicator. He says that this indicator itself is quite useful, and he felt that, right, this chart may, through another guy, my Buck Sebastian, says that, right, this could actually move the market next month and a half. Now I have to say this for this particular quote that this Mark Sebastian say, I totally agree. Now, why do I say that? Not because I have VIX, but I'm just telling you itself, right? You can see the VIX indicator and the movement of the Dow, the S&P. It does have this so-called inverse relationship. So in the later part, in the second part of the MAO, right, where I do these alternate market views, watch the VIX indicator, and I'll explain to you why I kind of agree that, right, the market may have some movement later this month or early next month. So this one, stay tuned when we come to the second part of the MAO. Okay, so let's now cross over to the market now again. What we have right now, Hong Kong is trading lower at the moment. Hong Kong is trading below the P2 right now. China A50 is trying to test the MA200, is staying around there. So for China A50, okay, 1 minute. All right, if China A50 drops below this one, there'll be some selling, but you can see now there is some recovery. So we will watch this closely. Like now, Hong Kong, China market is a little bit, we have a bit of this, a little bit of, they are very volatile, right? And actually the first hour, so do expect it to happen. Okay. All right, so we are almost come to the end of the earnings season. Now today will be the last one, sorry. All right, so this is going to be the last one for this month, and I believe that 90% of them, 86% of them has come out better numbers. The question is this: if it's better numbers, how come the S&P is not moving up, right? So that is the question that I question. Hence, therefore, for next month itself, right, if there's no recovery in the economy and if more problems come in, then there might be some form of profit taking. All right, so this one is my stand here. I'm saying this, staying by is good, but do be careful for the later part of this month or next month, there could be some profit taking. All right, so I'm going to say this very clear and upfront, because if the earnings are good and yet the market goes up, that's fine. That's called corresponding to the movement. But when the market is not moving up and the earnings are high, then it's where I get a bit worried. Okay, so clear? If everybody is clear on what my forecast for this month and next month, please keep the word clear, that you understand what you heard about my feel and my concern about the next coming 4 weeks. Okay, make it simple. All right, if you are clear with that, please keep it clear right now. I'll take some water. Right, thank you guys. Thank you once again for participating. Appreciate that. Okay, let's continue. All right, so we saw yesterday crude oil inventories come out 1.32 M. All right, it was a lower number. It was a lower number than forecast, but the market, how did the market perform? Let's take a look. For the market for crude oil, the market yesterday slammed dunk, and you can see, but of course, when the inventories came out, it recovers a bit now. So now it's beautifully at the trend line. Wow, incredible. The trend line that we draw, impeccable, right? Look at it, ooh, fantastic. So serious, that's why I tell you guys, drawing a good trend line will really help you. But unfortunately now it's below the MA30, so traders be careful, okay? The downside can bring it down to $55, okay? I repeat, the downside can really bring crude oil price down to $55. So all I can say is this: if crude oil do drop further to 50, if it comes down $55, okay, this is the target, at least for now. And of course, if crude oil price is down, normally it will not help the economy. The economy will actually come down at the same time, because when there's demand for crude oil, that's where things go up. If there's no demand for it, then of course the market coming down is kind of expected. Okay, thank you. Okay, then today, Thursday, is the initial jobless claim that everybody is looking after. And of course, the Philadelphia Federal Manufacturing Index, that's another one to look out for. So these are big numbers, 8:30 p.m. today, okay? All right, watch out for this. This will give you a bit of more, it will shed more light on what we can see in the market. Okay, so Dow Jones yesterday, we saw it coming down all the way to 33,000. Right, I was waiting at 33,338. Okay, I'm just waiting there. Why? Because that's a 5% marker. All right, I'm waiting for that. So it didn't come, so too bad. Then after that, it rallied up all the way, and after that, stayed near the high level of, for this period now. So this shows again there's a very lot of strength, a lot of buying in the market. So that's why when coming down, short sellers, you always consider take some profit and set SWL. So last night we saw the Dow fell 160 points, okay, ended a wild session off the lows. Now, mainly it's because of cryptocurrency market that recovers quite a good bulk of it. So the question is, if the cryptocurrency market had to sell again, then what will happen? Then of course, generally the stock market will also follow, all right, indeed. So the Dow Jones was down by 164 points. Okay, now this is interesting. S&P, 11 sector, 9 of them registered losses. This is not a very good sign. And of course, we also saw some of the big stocks actually came down first, then after recover. So all this tells me that, right, we have to watch the market closely these few days. If the market recovers today because it's still a bull market, for intermittent knee-jerk buying is very normal, right? They can't rebound. But if the market again sell down, then that is where all the worry will come in, okay? So traders, you need to watch out for that. And again, if the markets have to take this tapering word and amplify it, right? And again, people don't want that, because the reason why the market is up recently is because of this never stop support from the Federal Reserve. So if the Federal Reserve do actually may taper because of whatever reason, and the market take it as a form of an excuse, then we will see some selling. Okay. So the morning news right now, we do see that people are concerned about Bitcoin. They're concerned about the selling, but still people are still thinking that, hey, you know what? Overall, the market recovered, right? So it's still pretty safe. So that is the feeling now that I get from the major news, mainstream media news. All right. So let's just do a very quick one in terms of recap of what happened yesterday, which I tell you guys that you have to follow the rules. Look at it. The KSI is red in color, right? The opening price is below P2, right? So below P2, below OP. Can you tell me, write it down, tell me what should we do? Below OP, below P2, KSI red, what should we do? What's the strategy? What should we trade on? All right. Now I'm talking to you. My son is right opposite of me. He's actually learning. Tell me, guys, what you do, guys. Below OP, below P2, KSI rate some more. What should you do? What is the position you should be holding? What strategy you should be looking out for? Please key right now. Okay, the every price is coming in, and yes, indeed, guys. It's not about sell. The right thing is CCYR. Color change from red, yellow to red. You look for sell. You have to look for sell. But the strategy is to do color change. CCYR. Color change from yellow to red. Look for sell signal. Exactly, my friend. Sell is just what the process to be, but to follow the system is to sell. And you see that we all know the answer means that in the morning at 6 a.m. in the morning, we already know what to do. But incredibly, people still ask me, Cal, what should we do? I'm like, huh? Okay. All right. So let's take a look what happened. All right. The opening price, where is it? Let's check opening price first. The opening price is here. Can you see that? That's opening price. So what should we do? The strategy. Below OP, below OP, below P2, which is here, right? CCYR, you sell. Okay, CCYR, you sell. So let's just find all the CCYR. 1, 2, 3. Wow. The third one is an incredible one, right? The third one. The first one, down a little bit. Okay, maybe stop out, maybe. Second one was already profitable already. But the third one, wow, look at it. You know how much is this? Now look a little bit, right? You know how much is this point? This one to here is like how many? Let me take a look. So 33851 to 33460. Wow, 400 points. Oh my God. So imagine this, if you do a 0.1 contract, 0.1 contract multiplied by 400 points, you will make as much as $400 US in how many minutes? Well, in about 4 or 5 hours time. And you just have to follow one simple rule, which is CCYR. Okay? That is how easy our system is. No need to think that much. See the opening price, check the pivot, check the opening price again, wait for color change and trade. Now, we cannot be every time correct. There will be losses. All right, so don't tell me that our system is 100%. Please don't even quote to people that say, hey, this guy is 100%. No, our system is only about 78% accurate. Okay, it's not even near 80% for some part of it. So, but 78% is good enough, in my opinion. And I can see this every morning. I take the effort to do this with you guys to show you. So if the system is lousy, I can't be doing this forever, right? Right. So realize that, guys. Do you agree that this system itself is about 78%? Those people who agree that the system is about 78% accurate, please key 78%. Now, if you don't think that it's 78%, you think it's lower number, please key any number of your preferred choice. Okay, so if people agree that this system is 78%, please key 78% right now. If people think that nope, this system is lousier than 70%, then key a number that you think is fair to justify what you believe in the system. Okay, I'll wait for you. I will wait for at least 20 replies before I continue talking. Okay. I only see 7 replies, so I don't get 20 replies. I won't talk, okay? Because I mean, there's 95 of you guys, and I know most of you are at home right now. I mean, I'm sure you have enough time to write 4 things. Sorry, 3 digits. All right, 3 numerics, 2 numbers, and one symbol. Okay, so we have average about 70%. Thank you. Carl gave 80%. Wow, good friend. All right, Fred gives 70%. Fair enough, fair enough. That's a good one. Um, okay, all right, that's all. All right, we have about 15, five more. Let me see the numbers, guys. Okay, you think that we have a 78% system, then of course you're at 78. You think that this system is lousier, is not so good, right? The number that you think is correct. You think 50% and 50%. I'm fine with it, guys. I'm not going to mark you. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm in fact going to say, okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah. So yeah, indeed, Fred, I saw you already at 70%, right? Thank you. All right, John say 80%. Thank you, appreciate that. Okay, we have about 20. All right, well, we're also giving 80 again, good friend. Okay, all right, thank you so much for your validation. All right, if you not, wow, Catherine, my auction like that, you went above the board, 87%. Okay, now if you ask me, if you really ask me, it's right. Yeah, it's about there, 70%. Really, statistically, it's around there. Actually, the number is a little bit higher, but I think the average is there. You tell me 80%, I come on, like, even myself, okay, even myself, if you give me a system that is 70%, this is fantastic already. Okay, yeah, indeed. All right, thank you guys once again. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the validation. Yeah, I totally agree with you. 70% is very good, really, very good. All right, so let's check the market and see what can we do today for the technical side. Let's take a look right now. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones long-term chart. Okay, a lot of lines. Okay, don't get frightened by this. First of all, the main thing is that you must understand what's MA30. The MA30 is now above us, so which means that there should be some selling pressure at the moment. The MLP for today is somewhere around here. That is about 33,910 level. So that's another thing to watch out for. And okay, and what is clearly now is that it is technically below my so-called trend line, but you can see a very strong support yesterday here. For my student who are PTP trained, you will know that this is a PTP buy signal, and that's why yesterday M Trader, she bought here at 33,570. Yeah, yesterday M Trader bought here, and now she's in profit already. All right, so PDP student, if you cannot recognize this, check your notes. Okay, so in short, it's all right. As long as the Dow Jones basically stay below OP, right, there will be still some selling pressure. But from the way the market rebounded yesterday, right, there's artificial buying at the bottom around this area, as that's about 33,570 range. So I'll put it there for you, just for your information, that if the Dow Jones do come down here again, about 33,570 range, to be very careful, because that was where the last support is. And of course, yesterday, the market showed its power over there. So as long as the Dow comes down, there should be some intermittent support around this area, okay? All right, now the 95% mark, which I told you, is 33,338. I like this number, 3338. Oh my God. Okay, so this number is still there, 33,338. Sorry, it didn't come down. So maybe this is going to be a telling point that the market may go higher again. Well, let the market decide, but at least what we can see right now is more to upside. At least there's no much clear signal to sell yet. Weekly chart wise itself doesn't look very nice, that's for sure. But again, as long as it stays above the MLP, stay above the BNB support level, still all right. Okay, so watch this closer. Now for today, let's take a look for today. Oops, sorry, wrong chart. Now for today is interesting. Today, watch today actually is a bullish signal. Repeat, today is a bullish signal. Why I say that? Because if you notice this is the opening price of the Dow Jones today. So the opening price is already above pivot 1. So by logic, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. But the only thing against us is the KSI, it's red. And of course, the KSI seemingly is surging upwards, which is actually not a very good sign for the buyers. So we have to watch this very closely. All right, we watch this very, very closely. Okay, so this is something to take note of that. All right, so KSI going up is not a good sign. Normally KSI don't really go up unless the selling activity is stronger than usual. So that is the reason why I'm kind of concerned for time being. All right, but still above OP is a buy. So maybe KSI red in color, KTR +1 to KTR +3. Do consider to take some profit along the way. Yeah, do consider take some profits along the way. Okay, this is very, very important exercise to do. Okay, guys, cool. Okay. All right, so that is the thing to watch out for. Now, Hong Kong has recovered a bit. I just saw Hong Kong. Hong Kong has jumped up again. See, Hong Kong has came back. Likely it's China that went up, I think. Yeah, indeed. See, China went up. China hit the MA200 and beautifully rebounded. So that's why I tell you guys, for China A50, right, this MA200 is very important. If the market stays above the MA200, China market will likely still go up. So it's really showing its power at the moment right now. But of course, similarly, if the market loses this MA200, then the selling can be quite drastic. So watch this MA200 closely, all right, traders? Okay, so that is the market for Dow Jones. Let's look at the NASDAQ today. Now, NASDAQ, obviously, you can see very powerful trend line, very powerful MA200. Yesterday, the NASDAQ came down to MA200. I warned you guys. I said that, hey, NASDAQ is near MA200 already, right? And of course, really incredibly, it touches it and rebounded strongly there. So this MA200 is so powerful because you have seen its power the last few times. Take a look, guys. Right, back then, a few days ago, it got support here and it rebounded. Then after that, the next day, again, it did that. So yesterday, it did that again. So 3 times the market hit the MA200, 3 times the market rebounded. So it's a very powerful line. So for today is at 13,023 level around there, okay? So if, let's say, the NASDAQ is to come down, I repeat, look at it. If it stays there, it could be a buy signal again. It could be a buy signal again. Now, for those of PTP trade yesterday, M Trader also bought NASDAQ. Why? Because this is a PTP technique, and look at it. It's beautiful, right? The NASDAQ hit the KSL line and rebounded beautifully there, right? The risk involved and the reward is tenfold. That means how much you risk, the reward is as much as tenfold yesterday. So that's the reason why, why M Trader love KSL, guys. Those who are PTP trained, please take a look. This is really a PTP trained technique. If you bought that yesterday, you have made a lot of money already. So congratulations to M Trader, and those who are PTP trained, you should know that you have missed out. Don't worry, it can come again. Don't worry, it can come again. All right, cool. All right, so let's look at the Dow Jones with the NASDAQ right now. Now, NASDAQ today is also opening price is near the pivot 1. So above OP, above pivot 1, it's a buy. KSI is green. So I repeat today for NASDAQ, as long as NASDAQ stays above pivot 1, NASDAQ is a buy. But if we drop below pivot 1, then of course, we do see some support around those areas that I mentioned earlier, or 13,103 for the KCB level. Okay, all right, cool. S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 drops below the MA30 yesterday and the day before, and now it's below. So that's why there's some selling at the moment. All right. Nothing much over here. Just that the 95% mark is at 4033. So it's still fidgeting around that area. So we will watch this closely, but it's below MA30, quite a distance. So that's why the downside pressure is there. And for today, it's above OP, above pivot 1. So by right, it's a buy for our TWB chart. But the KSI is red in color. So again, my point is this: if below OP, then don't look for buy. Only buy when it's above OP, okay? This is very, very important. You have to follow rules, okay? Don't do things that you don't need to, okay? Remember that. All right, so Hong Kong, let's look, last check again. Hong Kong is still there, holding up. Missed, almost covered a gap earlier, almost, but now it's trading upward again. China A50 pulls back from the high, all right, but it's still holding up. So we will see how it goes later on. Okay. Right, for DAX today, now DAX, I told Uncle Arun that DAX will come down. Indeed, it really came down yesterday, down almost 200 points at the low. But of course, dramatically, it recovers towards the end of it. So for today, the MA 200 is still going to be there around, MA 30 is still around there, 15,250 level around there. It's still going to be around there. So not much changes. Right, 15,250, that is the resistance for today for the DAX. In terms of technical side, is there any key support to watch out for? Well, there is. One is, let me bring it here. One actually is here. This is the first technical point. All right, 15,091 over there. The next one is somewhere around here. All right, so 14,910 range, that will be another technical level to watch for DAX. If DAX do come down to this point here, I can write it down for you. Around this point, 14,910 plus, okay, PTP student, you should know what I'm drawing. Then look out for potential support. There should be some support around here. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, that's DAX for all of you. Okay, so that is done for the US equity market. Let us now look at the gold. Now, this is gold. Wow. Gold initially sold down because Bitcoin was coming down, everything was coming down, so gold also came down. But incredibly, at about 8 p.m., suddenly U-turn, all right, a big U-turn coming because Bitcoin recovers also, and also came in with the gold. The gold went all the way up. Then after that, it's all right, it hit the 1890 mark when everybody was very happy. Gold suddenly came off because that was worried. As I told you guys, it was quite clear to know that there will be tapering. So when the gold went up, I was just asking myself, isn't this like a bluff move, a fake move? And truth be told, after that, the market really got some sense to it and start to sell down once again. So with the tapering in the market coming in the picture, so naturally the dollar will go up, right? And of course, what happened? The dollar really went up. And when the dollar went up itself, right, gold came off. That was exactly what happened. So my point is this, if the US dollar is going to be continue going up itself, right, then gold will actually come down. That is why I say, I kind of like, tell you guys that if you are bought earlier, you consider take some profit, and indeed gold came off. So at the moment now, the market is now basically asking the same question. Also, if Federal Reserve is going to do some tapering, definitely gold will be, the upside will be held back, right? Indeed, it may happen. And of course, it's a wild ride yesterday. So let's take a look at gold today. Yesterday, recap. Now, gold yesterday opened between the two pivot, and the KSI is green. So by right is a buy above OP, right? Yeah, I can buy above OP. Then the thing is this, beautifully it went up. Now, what's crazy was this thing here. Look at it. The pivot one predicted the pivot level will be 1890 as a resistance, and the high of the day was 1889.92. So incredible again. This is why I say this TWB system really worth a lot of money. If we know how to utilize it properly, it's really worth a lot of money. And indeed, after that, it came down. So it did not trigger the pivot, but it came down. So let's take a look what happened the entire day. Okay, let's look at it. So gold yesterday was sideways, right? But once it go below P2, right? Below P2, below OP, there's only one thing to do. I think Cynthia has spotted it. You can only do sell. Susan also spotted it. But once it hit the KTR -2, you realize that it stopped there. Now remember, the day chart KSI is what color? Remember, what's the KSI day chart color? Can you tell me, guys? What was the KSI day chart color? Can you tell me? Remember, what's the day chart KSI color? I'll wait for your answer. Yes, the day chart KSI was green, Jerry, exactly. So that's why you just have to wait for your turn to buy. You don't need to worry. So when gold was coming down, keep on coming down itself, right? Yes, it was below P2, but the strategy, the KSI and the day chart is green in color. If you want to buy, you just have to wait for your turn. I'm not saying that it will go up, but I'm telling you that if you want to buy, you wait for your turn. So what happened? Look at it. The BNB, I think Gerald spotted it right. BNB came in, the KCX was blinking all the way, but you have no entry. But once you see the BNB, that's it. The market is going to be moving soon. You put a two-liner over there, And then voila, the market came in a big yellow bar. Now the question is this, Cal, a big yellow bar like this, right? Should we chase? The answer is yes, my friend. You are just waiting for a color change, CCRY. You just have to follow and trust the system. And of course, what happened when the market broke above P2? You know what I mean? The sell impact is no longer there. And that's why you see gold went dramatically all the way up. And of course, I think Cynthia and some of you make a lot of money from trading gold. And that is how you trade, my friends. You do your analysis, you follow through what you're supposed to do. So congratulations to those who have made money from gold. This is how you make money. And this is why I say, as long as you follow the system, you guys gonna make money. Okay, that is how it works, guys. Congratulations to all of you again, those who bought gold. Those who make money in gold, please key the word GOLD right now in the group chat. If you have made money in gold, please key GOLD. I want to see how many of you made money from gold yesterday. All right, this is something that you guys must be proud of. You guys know that you guys making money, you did it the right way. Okay, let me see how many of you make money from gold. Oh, I did, so I can key. I did. Excellent. I saw Eric's name, Anthony, Mandy, very good. Okay, Vincent, very good. That is the point, guys. There's so many of you, 80 of you guys right now online. So this is how we trade. Everything is just about planning. You need to plan to win, plan to trade. That's all you do. And you wait, okay? So got an idea now? Good. You got an idea now? Very good. So let's just look at gold today, shall we? All right, Hong Kong is trading higher as again. Hong Kong is trading higher now. China A50 is still there. US market is also trading a bit higher, right? Yeah, it has recovered back above OP level. So see, that's why I say the market, as long as stay above OP today, generally the market will be up. All right, for most of the market. So that is how, and this is how important you need to follow the chart to trade, okay? So let's look at gold. Now, gold has did a very big BNB yesterday. Wow, very big one. It's a doji BNB. So I'm going to say up front here, guys. Today, you need to put two lines here. Put at the high, put at the low. Okay, this is very important because this will tell you that the gold will be moving in this particular interesting pattern. Now, the 50% on the Fibonacci is somewhere around here. So it's about 1874 level. I mentioned this to you, right? And the MLP for today is very tight. Okay, it's a very powerful MLP. And also the MA30 is somewhere around here. Now this actually shows a golden crossover for gold. It's a golden crossover. So likely gold may actually be going up. So I'm going to give my first call for today on gold. If gold stays above OP, you cannot short it. It may go higher. That's the first thing you must take note, okay, on conventional chart. If the gold stay above OP, it'll be a buy. Now, if only the gold stay below OP, then it's a sell. All right, this one you must understand the difference. This is a doji formation, okay? Second, now this is a very big range. So this whole entire range, let's check the range of the whole day. The whole day range is about 1851 to 1889. So it's about $38, $38. So $38. So that means the mathematics is pretty simple. The high is 1889, okay, 89, right? So it's about $38. So 1889 plus $38, 1927. Okay, so which means that if the goal is to go up, gold can go all the way to 1927. Okay, okay. If the gold goes down, it may drop all the way down to 1813. Okay, so these are the numbers for today for gold trading. If gold is to stay above the BNB high, you'll be going for 1927. If the market goes below, you'll go to 1813. Okay, so this is the long-term range for this 2 weeks at least. All right, unless suddenly dramatically things happen. Okay, so these are the numbers to watch out for, 1927 and 1813. Okay, so I'm going to key for you. Potential targets 1927 or 1813 for gold. Okay, so what do you think? Now, how many of you think that gold will go to 1813 first? Please key 1813. How many of you think that gold will go to 1927 first? Please key 1927. Now, of course, these two numbers as well, right, is still also dependent on any more new BNB. Okay, if there's new BNB, right, this thing will change again. So, what do you think? Gold will be going for 1927 first or going for 1813 first? Right, there are 88 of you. I want to see 20 replies so we can see that. So Gerald say 1813, Colin 1813, Brian 1813, Chongming 1813, Dan, Dan 1813, Kenneth 1813, Kevin 1813, Azza 1813, Eric 1813, Jimmy 1813, Diana 1813, and Kelly 113, John 113, and Vincent follow the chart. Okay, this is a chart, by the way. This is the chart, 1813. All right, so practically almost everyone that replied is 1813. Well, okay, I will not comment. All right, so you guys have your take. Well, by fundamental, if the dollar is strengthened, logically gold will go down to 1813. By logic, by fundamental logic. But again, anything can happen, right? If something come in again, this whole thing will change. All right. Now, so just in case, we will take this number as a guide, and you guys see what you will do with it. Okay. The gold weekly chart itself is still very firmly above the 38.2%. So still upside to go up is there. Upside all the way to this point here, 1902 is still very high possibility. Now silver failed to go higher, right? Came back down. Now silver has came back down. As I told you, it will come down. So I would think silver will be a good level to buy at an MA30 level. That will be at approximately $27 right now. If silver to pull back. Now yesterday when I was talking to the gold gold bullion guy, they were very bullish on silver. They are very bullish in silver, and some of them were telling me that this silver can go much higher than you can think of. Wow. So that's why 19th of June, right? Don't miss it. You're going to hear from the experts, okay? They are the men of the hour. They know exactly inside out of the fundamental of gold and silver. You really want to hear them, okay? This is going to be lovely. So if I look at this now, 20th of May today, 19th of June soon, if the market, because of the dollar movement and gold, if let's say pull back, wow, isn't that an impeccable time for us to look for buying in gold? Timing is quite cool, right? So let's just look at it, all right? All right, thank you, Fred. Thank you, Hossein, for participating. All right. Okay, let's look at the chart for gold. Now, gold today, day chart first. Today, day chart is interesting. Today, the opening price of gold is below opening price is below P2, right? So by right, below OP is a sell. By right, below OP is a sell. But the only problem is that the KSI is green in color. So which means that above OP, you can buy because it's a doji formation, but the upside is okay because the KSI is green. Okay, but if the market breaks below OP, then it's a sell. Okay, it's a sell based on below OP, below P2. But because KSI is green, right? When you go to KTR -1 to -3, do consider to buy back some position. Okay, all right. So that is the thing for gold today. It's quite interesting to watch today because of the KSI going against it. So we have to watch carefully on how you see on how the gold develop over there. Okay. Okay, so that is gold for you. And crude oil, I already done it earlier, so I'm done for this part here. So guys, I have done my sharing for this morning. Okay, we're going to enter the alternate market views right now. So if you're going to stay tuned, please stay on. If you think that is good enough for you, you can just log off right now. I appreciate your time, and I wish you all the best for your trading today. Okay, remember, yeah, indeed, correct. Just follow the charts. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll come back in about 10 seconds time. Okay, guys, good morning. Back again. Let's do our alternate market views right now. Okay, so you can see that VIX indicator really went up. It went to a high of 26 level. All right, I told you. Now, what I'm not very comfortable with this VIX is that, right, you just share for the bull market, right? You can see that the last few times the VIX actually stayed below 1920. And after that, now it's trading at 25, 23. So the market pulls back. The market did pull back, right? So I'm recovering from the bottom. That's why the VIX came off. But you can see now it's basically stabilizing around this area, about 22 level. So I kind of suspect that the next number it may actually test again is about the 29 level. So for VIX indicators traders, if you want to look at VIX, right, the safer buy will be around here at around 19 to 20. Speculative buy is about 22. That's all I can tell you that. So make sure you put a stop loss order in place in proper. My target is about 29 to 35 level. Okay, that's for VIX. Now look at it, what happened. You can see that yesterday after the Federal Reserve minutes came out, right, it's very clear. The US Treasury yields actually buy some debt. So they actually bought into that. They know that this is coming soon. That's why I told you guys, I suspect that the 10-year yield will go past 1.65 and indeed it really happened. So watch these yields closely. If the yields really go past 1.7, it will send ripples across the equity market. So you really have to watch the market very closely, all right? The dollar index also show upside because you see the moment there's tapering, definitely it's all right. The dollar index will go up. So that's why you see gold coming off. So another reason for why you guys have to be very careful is this reason here. Watch the dollar, watch the yields very closely. The higher they go, the more worry or more problem for the equity market. And of course, this one here is out again. I showed this before. This is a stock and bonds co-relationship. All right, over here is out a little bit. I will consider it a bit complicated to understand, but simply put it out, right? The last time we see such a co-relationship whereby stock and bonds market comes in this manner was back in 1999, and that was where the NASDAQ crisis happened, and it was where the flamboyant is, the interest rate was low, the inflation was high, and that was where this relationship came in. So if history is a good way to inform you, back then after 1999, the market pulls back down all the way, and likely would this happen again? It is possible. So that's why they're informing you through this chart for the last 21 years. This is the last time we see this back in 1999. Okay, so traders, you just have to be very careful, right? This is from numerous securities. And the last one is this one here itself, a bit concerning factor, is that the past 7 sessions, stocks has suffered 3 of the largest bulk of concentrated selling pressure in history. So which means that, right, just the last 7 sessions, right, 3 rounds of very heavy selling in the market, very heavy. So it seems to be someone is actually dumping the market while another party is absorbing as much as they can. So I don't think it's the funds that's absorbing it, it's likely the Federal Reserve, and the funds are the one dumping it in the market, right? So you can see for 3 big time, there was huge amount of selling, but every time the market recovers, so someone is definitely picking up the pieces for someone else. So if this is going to be the exercise, then maybe it's a warning sign to traders to be really careful that if the boys keep on selling it, and we want to look at a higher price to sell the market. Right? For those who are long in the market in the position, please consider to put your SWL in place. Okay, this is very, very important because you've never seen this. This is the biggest selling bout since the start of history. This is something that we've never seen before. So traders, you must appreciate this. All right, guys, thank you so much once again for today's the second part of MAO. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Today, a lot of charts are above OP, above pivot 1. So naturally, to buy is pretty normal. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. because 2 p.m. there's lots of things to share with you on the cryptocurrency market. You don't want to miss it. Okay, this is Cal signing off. Bye-bye. Take care. See you then.